is Genesis 24, the marriage of Isaac and Rebekah. Hello, and welcome to the channel, The Holy Book, Narration Bible. In today's episode, we dive into Genesis 24, one of the most beautiful stories of faith, obedience, and divine intervention. Here we see how Abraham, now advanced in age, seeks a wife for his son Isaac, fully trusting in God's guidance. This is a journey filled with prayer, signs, and the certainty that God directs the steps of those who trust in Him. Join us on this journey filled with teachings. Abraham, knowing his days were nearing their end, wanted to ensure that his son Isaac would marry a woman from his own family, someone who shared the same faith and principles. He called his most senior and trusted servant, entrusting him with a crucial mission to go to his relative's land in Mesopotamia and find a wife for Isaac. Before leaving, the servant made a solemn oath by placing his hand under Abraham's thigh, a cultural gesture of serious commitment. The servant set out for the city of Nahor, taking 10 camels loaded with valuable gifts. Upon reaching the city, he stopped by a well at the time when women would come out to draw water. Aware of the importance of his mission and his dependence on God, the servant prayed a sincere and specific prayer, asking for a clear sign. The chosen woman would be the one who, when asked for a drink, would offer water not only to him, but also to his camels. While he was still praying, Rebekah approached the well with her jar on her shoulder. She was very beautiful and had a kind and generous heart. When the servant asked for some water, Rebekah promptly gave him a drink, but she went beyond that. She also offered to draw water for his camels, unaware that this simple gesture was the exact answer to the prayer made moments earlier. It's worth noting that a camel, after a long journey, can drink many gallons of water, making this a significant act of willingness and service. Amazed and grateful, the servant silently watched as Rebekah hurried to draw water, showing not only kindness, but also a willing and generous spirit. Realizing that God had answered his prayer so quickly and precisely, he knelt and worshiped the Lord, acknowledging his faithfulness. Rebekah then brought the servant to her family's house. There he was welcomed by Laban, Rebekah's brother, and her father, Bethuel. During the meal, before even eating, the servant insisted on sharing the entire story, how Abraham had sent him, the prayer he had made by the well, and how Rebekah's actions had been the exact sign he had asked for. Hearing this story and seeing God's clear intervention, Bethuel and Laban acknowledged that this was indeed from the Lord and agreed to let Rebekah go and marry Isaac. The next day, they asked Rebekah if she was willing to leave immediately, and with faith and courage, she agreed. So she left her home and family, embarking on a new journey, fully trusting in God's direction. When they arrived in Abraham's land, Isaac was meditating in the field at sunset. Seeing the approaching caravan, Rebekah dismounted from the camel. Upon learning that the man was Isaac, she covered herself with a veil, a gesture of respect and modesty. The servant told Isaac everything that had happened, and Isaac took Rebekah into his mother Sarah's tent. There they married, and the love between them brought comfort to Isaac after his mother's death. This chapter teaches us the importance of faith, prayer, and patience in waiting for God's response. We see how God's guidance becomes clear when we seek Him with sincerity and trust. In the next episode, we'll explore Genesis 25, where we follow Abraham's descendants and the continuation of God's promises. Don't miss it.